with Jams. That's right, here's a game show you can play at home and try and test your knowledge and see how many more you get correct than incorrect. So stick around and have fun and laugh listening to Joking with Jams.
Welcome, Jandler.
Welcome, Choey. Hey, by the way, one of my teachers that listens to the program,
Yeah,
she said we have like the best opening ever because she liked to. All right. So moving on to my thing, you got your list of songs you loved in high school.
Oh, I can just name those off. I don't even have to make a list.
You can just name them off.
Yeah, because you said it could be from any genre, though. It doesn't have to be like.
Well, so I did. You know me. It's hard to like. I love that I did top 10, right?
Yeah.
But it's hard to do just like 10. Like there's times I had like 15 or 20, and I like taking songs off and songs off. But I had an alternative / rock playlist, and I have a rap / hip hop playlist. That's how I did it.
Gotcha.
Is that not how you did it?
I honestly just like whenever I just thought of songs, it was just like whatever.
So you wrote it down. So does that mean you want me to go first?
You knock it out first, and I'll make sure to put mine down so that way can I just list them because it's one of those.
Okay, I'm gonna first list off names of songs that did not make my list. Songs that I wanted to, but I just because there was so much in and out,
Yeah.
they just didn't do it. Remember "Loser" by Beck?
So
Yeah,
yes.
that "Come Back Down" by Bush couldn't make it. The Blur song 2 didn't make it. You love this song. Remember
These
"Wallflowers," "One Headlight"?
Yeah.
Remember that song?
Yeah.
Just barely missed my list. "Smells Like Teen Spirit." Nirvana.
These didn't make your list.
These didn't make it.
Dang.
Green Day's "Basket Case," or I always get these wrong. The Freshman. Can't remember if that was the Verve or the Verve Pipe because I was getting mixed up. I think that was the Verve Pipe because the Bittersweet Symphony just barely missed too. So like both of those two we just barely missed. You remember Smashing Pumpkins, 1979?
Yeah.
You Get What You Give. That was that was a one-hit wonder.
Okay, so before I make sure like these came out in the 90s or just when I was in the 90s, like
Songs we've ever listened to in high school.
Oh, okay.
Like, I mean, they don't have to necessarily be right around that time, but songs we listened to a lot in the 90s.
Okay.
Real quick, other songs that didn't make it. These are songs that I love. "No Rain." You know what? "Blind Melon." I always called him "Blind Melon Camp," and you would laugh at me.
Yeah.
You're like, that's not right. "Hey Jealousy," "Sex and Candy," "Save Tonight," "What It's Like," "Lit Up," "Californication," and "Good Riddance." And I really try to do "Good Riddance" because I love "Good Riddance." Right?
Which one's that one?
Green Day song.
Oh.
"Time of Your Life," basically.
Oh, okay.
But it's not called "Time of Your Life." All right, so
I thought that. That's that. Dang, I just thought that was the name of the song.
the name of the song is "Good Riddance."
Hope you had the time of your. That one?
Yeah. I guess with that song, they wanted to be different. Sometimes those artists are different. They're like, hey, the song is going to be about something else, but it's not titled. Like, there's that one Smashing Pumpkin song that's like, "Butterfly Wings" or whatever.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with the song. Like, if you listen to the song, they don't say those words at all.
Yeah. Speaking of like stuff that like is off, did you watch The Simpsons a lot?
Yeah.
When he's talking about the movie Speed, and he's like, "Did you ever see that movie with Keanu Reeves about the bus whose speed couldn't go below 60 miles an hour because if the speed went below 60 miles an hour, then they had a bomb where it was set for the speed to go below 60, and the bomb would blow up the speed." And he was like, "I think it was called The Bus That Couldn't Slow Down." And he's like, "You said speed like 6 times in your description."
That reminds me of our friend from high school, Red Burke. You know?
Oh yes.
Remember, like, cause he loved the "Return of the Mac" song. And he's like,
It's on my list.
He's like, man, yeah, it'll be on my list when we get to hip hop too. But he's like, man, I wish I could find someone who had that song. Remember one day he was talking about, like, dude, I got that single, and he kept saying, like, man, that song's really awesome. I hear it on the radio a lot. I really want to get it. I'm like, dude, I got that single. And he kept saying, I wish you could find someone who had that album. And I was like, dude, I got the single. And he said something again, and then his girlfriend at the time was like, I think Jandler has it. And he's like, you got that song? And I was like,
I think
Mother.
I'm like, might have to go clip that. Might have to go turn that one down.
All right, so here's my top 10, right?
Yeah.
My Worst Enemy is number 10. So yeah, I like to count down, right? So number 10, My Worst Enemy by Lynn. Number 9, Matchbox 23 AM.
Oh, that's a good one.
Number 8, President of the United States of America, Peaches. I just love that Peaches song, even though it's really silly. Number 7 is Sublime, What I Got. Number 6, Blink-182, What's My Age Again. Number 5, we did Sugar Ray with Fly. Number 4, Semisonic, Closing Time. Number 3, Bare Naked Ladies, 1 Week. Number 2 is Semi Charm Life. Who did Semi Charm Life? I'm getting blanking right now. Third Eye Blind, Semi Charm Life. And number 1 is Impression That I Get by the oh my god, I can't think of their name right now either. You did, but these are my alternative / rock songs, right? I gotta look them up now. Now it's gonna kill me. The impression that I get is sorry, Authenticness right here. I thought stuff up. Mighty Boss Tones.
That was the dude he
That's
had
really only
really
one song, but
gruff like voice where it sounded like he was gargling glass and stuff.
What the
To knock out wood.
Yeah. Is there one song and these are songs that I remember in my mind that they were alternative or rock. Then when we got in the car or whatever, like, hey, put this on.
Yeah.
If we had the CD, we gotta listen to it.
Back in because the first thing I thought of after kind of looking at the songs and thinking about my songs.
It's gonna be our longest episode ever, just so you know.
Oh well. Was the CD player? I think I went through through 3 CD players because the top would melt because
of the sun.
Yeah.
Was yours thing on the dashboard?
Yeah. The first 2 went down like that. You thought after the first one I wouldn't have done it, but then this third one was in the seat and it still got melted. So mad.
Ralph had he had the multi-changer. Right?
So because his was built into the car though. Mine was the one you plugged in.
He had the 3 CDs, right?
Yeah.
And you slide it out and you put 3 CDs in there, 5 however many you had. But when you would switch from one CD to the other, I mean, it would still take it was dude, I could have just pulled the CD out and put a CD in. I was like, you're not saving me any time. All right, you have any top 10 for that? Or you'll do just a little mix of everything?
Well, mine was just a mix of everything, honestly.
All right, well then let me go ahead and hit my hip hop rap. Okay, real quick. All right?
Okay.
And then you do yours.
Sounds good.
All right, so I was instead of saying the artist, songs that didn't make my list. Candy Rain, Here Comes the Hot Stepper.
I Need Kamosi.
My Name Is by Eminem. I loved a lot more by Eminem after that. It wasn't really a good song.
Yeah.
Regulate. I loved Regulate.
Warren G.
Yeah, it was just. Well, actually, that was Warren G.
Rest in peace.
Oh my God. Warren G and Nate Dogg.
Pour something out for him.
Yeah. Jump Around.
They're both.
Well, Jump Around was more middle school for me. I felt like.
Yeah.
Come on, Ride It. Now we listen to that a lot.
The Train.
Yeah, The Train.
That was a cool song for me until I went and worked at a restaurant where I had to dance to that song every 2 hours. And always.
You Make Me Wanna by Usher. Every little thing I do. Also, that was so for just like Candy Rain. And then Rosa Parks.
Outcast,
right? That was our junior year, I think, right near the end of high school.
I'm feeling a little down. Oh my God, we're old at these songs. That I still listen. Some of these are on my phone. So rolling through on the iPhone in the truck.
All right, so my top 10. I don't know if you know who sang this song. Number 10, Straight Playing.
No.
He was an athlete. Any idea who that could be?
Probably Deion Sanders then?
No, he did that private. This was
Shaq?
This was Shaq and Straight Playing. Ooh. Number 9, Will Smith, Drew Hill, Wild Wild West.
Oh.
Number 8, Skee-Lo, I Wish. Number 7, and I put this song on the list because we actually called in the radio station to make them play it. Next, Too Close.
Oh yeah, we went to that concert.
Yeah. Number 6,
Winter Jam or something.
Number 6, No Diggity by
Blackstreet.
Blackstreet. Number 5, Here You Go, Red Warp. It's Return of the Mac.
Mark Morrison.
There you go. Thank you. I forgot. Number 4, and every time I think of Mark Morrison, Return of the Mac, I always want to play this guy. Number 4, Montel Jordan. This is how we do it. To me, those songs.
This is how we do.
They just seem like they go together. All right. Number 3, Fantastic Voyage, and I remember you.
Coolio.
I remember you not understanding some of the lyrics. You're like, what is they saying in the kitchen? Number 2, Biggie, Going Back to Cali. And then number 1.
Oh, what's up, Tupac?
All right.
I don't think he's dead. I'm just saying.
Tupac's alive, man.
He's probably like in one of the apartments around. All right, so number 10, Ring Ding Dong with Dr. Dre.
Oh, yeah. That's from the Friday soundtrack.
Yeah. Caress Me Down, number 9, Sublime.
Oh, yeah. That's the one with Spanish versions. Like, he has a little Spanish.
Yeah,
you love that song. Yeah.
And that's why I was like, man, like maybe I had a couple of songs out here that were wrong because La Bamba, like I just like Richie Valens.
Yeah, I mean,
so like I would listen to it.
Did you listen to it a lot in high school?
Yeah.
Then it counts. I don't remember you listening to it with us, but
it's like one of those like guilty pleasure things. Like
you're like, all by myself, turn on some Richie.
All by myself.
You know, all by myself, turn on some Richie Valens.
Fly by Sugar Ray.
Oh yeah, see, we both have Fly.
Return to the Mac by Mark Morrison.
Yeah.
Coming in at number 6. Then I dabbled a little bit in the country with Watermelon Crawl by Tracy Bird.
Okay.
Tracy somebody. California Love at number 4.
Made it though.
Number 3, kind of a guilty pleasure again. The Sign by Ace of Base.
I saw the Sign. Yeah, I think that was middle school for me. But you love that song in middle school?
I had like I think that was honestly like, what was it, BMG or BMC, like the CD thing that you like pay and like they would send you like a CD a month.
BMG, I think it was BMG.
I think it was one of like my first like initial CDs that I bought. Number 2, Gotta Be Love by Bottlefly. It was like on I forget what movie it was on, but it was like on a soundtrack or something. I'll have to play it for you.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm top of my head.
I'll pull it up real quick while I get number 1. I just felt like it always hit hard. Diesel Power, Prodigy.
Oh, is that the?
I'll play that one here. This is the.
Prodigy had a couple.
This is the Bottlefly thing.
You don't even know what movie that is?
I don't have a clue.
Oh no, I was thinking Firestarter for Prodigy. So you got some different.
Yeah.
But now you like, it kind of sounds a little bit like Real Big Fish in a lot of ways, you know?
I don't know. Diesel Power, though, I just like that one more. Like, Firestarter was good, but I don't know. Like, Firestarter also felt like it was, like, tiptoeing towards, like, some, like, evil, demonic type.
Crazy stuff, yeah.
But I just like Diesel Power, too. But Firestarter would have probably made it on the list if I'd have thought about it a little longer.
Now, see, like I said, I did, like, my hip-hop rap list, and then my rock alternative list. If I had done a country list, because like you correctly stated, I didn't start listening to country until I left high school.
Yeah.
I actually got to Illinois. But
makes sense. Like that's like the heart of the Cowboys is Illinois.
But if I did a country list in high school, it'd have been top 2 would have been one song. Because the only country song I loved in high school,
I bet you it was "The River" by Garth Brooks.
Friends of Low Places.
Oh, I was close. I had the artist.
Yeah,
I had the artist. I took a shot in the dark.
That's actually, I've always wanted to, like, in my head, like, go to a bar and just start singing that song and see how many people would join in. Because, like, when we were in high school, all it took was one person to start singing it, and everyone would start jumping in.
Yeah, like, that doesn't happen all the time, though. Because I was at at an eating establishment that had one of those little iTouch karaoke things.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't like karaoke, but just
Did you play that song? I mean, certain songs
you would think.
Provoke that.
Because when I say this, now we're on the top 10 list. Sweet Caroline.
Woo, especially if you're in Boston.
Everybody knows that song.
But if you're in Boston.
And like 2 people in the bar. There was like 30 were like singing along with me. And I'm standing up and I'm enjoying myself. And nobody else is rolling with me. And so I was like, whatever. Like, go.
You know, I'm surprised there was no NSYNC Bye 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 on your list, man. You forget all the times you wanted to be like a.
I did want to be like the boy band.
You wanted backup dancers behind us. You wanted to. But that was actually what.
That was like a TV show thing. Yeah. Like just goofy little segments where like just random stuff happened.
All right. Last thing we need to do before we end this, before we tell people we'll be back for episode 6, is we gotta every episode I think now we gotta plug our social media stuff. Right?
Okay.
So obviously, hope everyone please looks up Choey and Jandler's The Fun Time Super Truck Happy Hour on multiple platforms. We're out there almost everywhere. Like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, like I said, iHeartRadio, Amazon, Google Podcasts. It's all out there. Look us up on Instagram and Facebook. It's Choey, Choey, the letter N, and then Jan for Jan. You can add us on Twitter at Choey and Jan, Choey and Jan. And shortly, we'll start putting on some little animated digital shorts on TikTok and Twitter. That's the future, at least in my brain. Choey.
Well, we're gonna go crazy with this stuff. I'm gonna do bobbleheads.
Bobbleheads.
I'm thinking
that's your Christmas gift.
We're gonna roll. We're gonna have our own little Netflix show.
So there's gonna be there's HBO Max, there's Disney Plus, there's all that stuff, right? Hulu. There's gonna be Choey and Jan, right? Just our own streaming
on
service.
Netflix.
Yeah, doing our own stuff. All right. Anything you want to say before we go?
No, I think we're good. Like this is. I think this. As always, good conversation, sir.
Yeah.
Enjoy the time.
I would cheers you, but we need new drinks.
Yep.
All right, man. Take it easy.
All right. Bye.
Later. All right, so we're gonna play the name game, right?
Okay.
And I want to explain this before we start because I want us to obviously we're gonna be us. We're gonna have fun no matter what.
So it's not like banana, vanna, mama, me, mime.
No, so
not that name.
I'm gonna show you names and see if you can read the names.
Oh.
We'll talk about like these are names that parents have given their kids.
So you're feeling like I'm not educated enough to read.
No.
It's kind of messed up, man.
What I'm trying to get at is I'm not making fun of the parents for naming these kids these names. What I'm saying is you give us teachers and educators a lot of stress to deal with, and depending on some of these names, I'll talk about stories. Kids get older, they get bad at us, and they're just it's not a typical name.
Before we even start this reminds me of something. So you go the state testing system and look up kids' scores.
Yeah.
There were some kids whose the parents put in hyphen, or the apostrophes.
Yeah.
And so the system, I don't know if they've updated since, it couldn't register.
Oh.
So you couldn't look at the kids, you couldn't look up their scores in the system because they had 4 commas in their name.
Like Y2K, right? When they could.
Yeah.
Computers get processed with zeros or whatever.
Yeah. And so I was I don't have a clue what your kid's score is because the way your kid's name's spelled.
So I'm going to I made a slideshow, right? And I'm going to click next, and I'm going to see if you can say the word.
Yeah.
Say the name, I should say, and then I'll spell it afterwards, if you can. For people that are listening or whatever.
Gotcha.
Obviously, they're not going to see it. First couple, I think you might get.
Imogen.
All right, so it's capital EMAGINE.
It looks like Imagine, but instead of Imagine with an I, it's Imagine with an I.
It is Imagine. Cheers. Well, we gotta get the sound effect on.
Oh man. So it's not Imogen, it's Imagine?
It's Imagine.
So it's misspelled.
That's not just spelled.
It is.
Uniquely.
I feel like if you were doing like a slideshow, I'd be you put the wrong capital on. So is this emotion?
It's capital IMOTION.
Not emotion, but
emotion. Yeah. Emotion. 2 for 2.
Oh my! This is. Hopefully, this isn't a name of your school.
No, I have met a kid with this name, and so those at home, it's capital ORANGEJELLO.
It's orange jello, but I'm sure it's probably orangelo. Oh, 3 for 3. You're joking. Lemon jello? Lemangelo? But spelled lemon jello.
It is lemon jello. This is lemangelo.
This is green jello.
It is spelled green jello, but it's not called green jello.
Gringelo?
Garangelo.
Alright.
Garangelo.
Oh. It's like an algebra problem right there. La minus A, so it would be Leia. Leia?
No.
Leia.
It's capital LA-A. So it is Ladasha.
So I'm pronouncing the actual
you have to pronounce.
So it's not a hyphen, it's a dash and a Ladasha.
A hyphen. That'd be kind of cool. Remember, speaking of,
I feel bad for
I
that
don't
kid.
remember the coach we had in high school.
It's love minus A.
Whenever we
Solve
talking
for the
about
problem.
The lady that named her kid Famali.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember that story?
Yeah.
It's it's just female. We pronounce it differently. I have a personal story with this word right here.
Amanye?
You are right. Well, I'm sorry. Technically, you're right. Okay. I had a girl, 7th to 8th grade. It was middle school, and all I know is when you're in middle school, they got more of that hormones, so more of the attitude.
Yeah.
I called her Amanye. She didn't cuss me out. She started yelling at me. She's like, "My name's Amaye," and me being the sarcastic guy that I am.
There's an N in it.
And when you're yelling at me, I'm like, "Why is there an N in the middle of your name then?" But like, if your name's Amaye, there shouldn't be an N in it. You need to go yell at your parents. Don't yell at me, because I'm gonna tell you what. The rest of your life, people are gonna be calling you Amanye, because that's how it's spelled.
That's like one of those, like the silent G for Nat.
Yeah, it's like you.
Why throw it in there?
They need like those kind of kids. They need to have something pinned to their shirt saying that this is how my name is said.
Oh, what?
I said this name wrong so many times when I in summer school.
Yeah. I'm not gonna pronounce that right. It's essentially what it is.
You are so. I don't think you could even be more wrong, man. You are Dalis. Ydaliz. I kept calling her E. Like I understood that Y is like an E sound.
Yeah.
Because she would like say it's E, but I kept thinking it was E Dallas. And she's like it's E Dalis, right? And she would get so mad that at some point I just started pointing at her. Like in summer school, I was just like, "Hey, you."
Hey, you.
Because I was like, I don't want to get yelled at anymore by you. Because clearly I have a hard time saying your name. I'm sorry about that, but when you have these new unique names, man, it happens, man.
Yeah.
I think you know this name.
I would love to say Zany,
Yeah.
but
Okay,
why is there an asterisk?
Okay, the reason there's an asterisk there because I want to remind myself to tell you a story.
Oh, okay, because I was like, they spelled it with an asterisk just because it's like a silent asterisk.
Yeah. So did you only do PE? Did you ever do
special education as well?
So you were in classrooms though too, right?
I did subbing. That's where
passing out papers and stuff.
Yeah, that's where the story from the cycle came through.
Now, so you pass out papers. Not every kid's handwriting is very neat.
Yeah.
Right? Her Y looked like an X. So I was yelling out like Xanax, Xanax. Who's it? Like I'm just yelling like Lee, Chris, Chad, come get your paper right now. Like Xanax, and in my head I'm thinking, first off, that's not how you spell Xanax. Zanex. And second, I was like, man, your parents hate you if they name you Xanax. She's like, my name's Zadie, and I'm like, you need to write neater.
This is a handwriting problem. This is about me.
Yeah. You need to write neater.
Absidy.
Had some absidies before?
I've just heard of it, and I'm like, I feel bad.
You haven't seen any ABCDs?
I
didn't put it on you. Have you seen the Espins?
No, I haven't seen it, but I've heard of it. The Espen thing, and I'm like, that's...
I always do that as a joke. It's funny, Espin. All right, good luck on this one.
JKMNO.
JKMNO.
Jack. Something's got to be silent there. Jim.
What letter is missing?
L.
In the alphabet, what letter is missing?
L.
So there's no.
Are you serious right now?
That is no L. That's how some people are saying no L now. JKMNO. There's no L in the name, so it's no L.
That child's gonna have a hard time getting a job.
They're also not gonna have really any idea what like vowels are. It's like, I don't understand phonics. This is actually in these names like this, and why us teachers have trouble teaching kids phonics, because you're naming your kid.
For those out in listening land, the name is JKMNO, but it's supposed to be no L. I mean, they named their kid like a riddle.
Yeah.
That's essentially what it was.
Like solve this.
That's gonna be probably that's gonna be a therapist right there. Like somebody's gonna have, like with that name, that's gonna be on a lot of people's therapy bills. Like,
all right, so this last unit is more. It's not a name game. It's not like, hey, guess what this name is. It's like, let's have a discussion. Julio and Julian, right?
Could be Julio and Julian though.
Right, but what I'm saying, it could be Julio and Julian. Like, why is one Julio? Why is this Julio? And why is this like?
That's
Julian. And
That's just like so. Jim, giraffe, spelled with a G, right?
Yeah.
But then you take the G and you put it in front of like other words, and it's get you the G sound.
Because it's all about what the vowel that follows it. But both those names, Julio, Julio, so there's a U after the J.
Yeah.
And in Julian, it's still Ju. It's just some people say it's Julian. I haven't met a Julian, but I know that exists. But like to me, it's like, why is this Julio and why is this Julian? Why is like you could flip it?
There's got to be some sort of rule of the G thing. No?
Like,
so like G, gave, get, give, GI, giraffe is GI, but it's giraffe, and you go.
But it's IR. So there's funny like that.
That's a stupid.
The I is what they would call it. It's an R control vowel. The R changes the sound. Like anytime there's an R after like an A or any of the vowels, it controls the sound. So that's probably why giraffe is giraffe and not giraffe or whatever, you know.
But then the R is like being a bully and messing with the G too.
Yeah, you should. There's something called a Oh
that's good stupid.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go with that.
That's good stupid. You should write your own book.
I will. And the English language sucks. Like there's no real rhyme or reason. You're like, you know what I feel like doing? We're just gonna make it like that.
You know, I hope you write that book and you spell rhyme RIME.
I should. Okay, so roll it out with this, because we speak what a predominant language in America is what?
English, right? As for now.
Which comes from England, right?
Yeah, but actually, our English is from all these different.
But if you take, when you cook and you season something, you put the various spices and what?
Seasonings.
Herbs.
Oh, and not herbs.
But over in England, they use herbs.
Yeah.
The language that which they gave us, they pronounce the H, and we don't.
Yeah, because what I'm saying is, like,
I think that could be like a whole chat. That's like another whole chapter in my butt segment right there.
My butt.
So I don't have the button on me.
You're talking. Oh, it was like my butt. I was like, what do you mean? You're Chapin, Choey's.
Yeah, that.
No. Our English language. Now you're making me teach. I remember learning this in college. We pick words.
It'd be horrible, right? That we like teach in a teacher.
We pick words from all over the place, man. Like we got.
Well, no, I realize that.
We got Italy.
Like French fries, right? French fries is a French word.
Yeah, exactly. No, but what's cool about like all the Romance languages, like Spanish, French, Italian, they're very similar. They're similar, and they call them Romance because of all the similarities, right?
They come from Roman, right?
Yeah, from when Rome expanded. But our language isn't like Romance, and a lot of those countries have that masculine, feminine pronouns and stuff. We don't, so they get confused when they have to speak English.
So are you saying like English language is gender confused?
I just think we just take.
We're non-binary.
We just take words wherever we want to use them. We're like, we'll use this. Which American thing? Man?
I'm just saying, like why is it? It makes no sense to me when you roll through like the English language and there's certain things that you're like, well, like thought. Okay, thought in my mind, THOUT, like thought, but there's like GH in there too. Though, THOU. I'm good with that. You should drive through. Like, drive through here. Let's make it cute. THRU makes sense. Not THROUGH. Like, are the letters there just in case somebody gets lazy? And it's like, sub in.
Now we're just making fun of because now you're making me think of rough.
Yeah.
Like ROUGH, and now it sounds like an F instead of a silence.
Rough, ROUGH. Tough, TOUGH. Though, THOUGH. You're telling me that H is such a bossy little letter that when you throw an H in it, instead of it being tough, it's though. Because it's not though.
I feel like this segment needed a compass for all the directions we took.
And I like it. I didn't make the English language. No, we're the same age. I wasn't around for this.
It's a good thing that at least one person likes us in Germany, because all the others are gonna be like, "What the hell with you? You hate the English language?"
We might have lost our. Oh yeah. Oh, by the way, hey, for our German, Prost. Sorry, that's a late throw in there. My bad. We're not even drinking Oktoberfest.
We gotta cheers them all the time. You're right. All right, before we go, again, plug in the social media. Please continue to listen to our our podcast, the Choey and Jandlers, the
Fun Time Super Terrific Happy Hour.
Man, I lose my voice. I'm trying to say that. Follow us on Instagram, Choey and Jan. That's CHOEY, the letter N, JAN.
Or follow us on Twitter at Choey and Jandler with the at Choey and Jan, spelled CHOEYNJAN.
We're also on Facebook, and here coming soon, we'll start putting little digital shorts, little animated stories of us or whatever on TikTok and YouTube, just to get more of a following. All right, until next time, peace. There you go. Welcome, everyone, to episode 6. We might have to cut that. Welcome, everybody, to episode 6 of the Choey and Jandler's The Fun Time Super Terrific Happy Hour. Welcome, Choey.
Welcome, Jandler.
Anyways. All right, so like I said, we're going to save your game for next time, okay?
Sounds good.
Episode 8. That's cool?
Yep.
So we're going to do a Would You Rather game, right?
That just sounds like all sorts of like problems.
Well, it's a Would You Rather. You obviously heard of Would You Rather, right?
Yes.
It's a Would You Rather teacher edition. And when that's not going to work that way. We'll do it this way. You're going to tell me, I'm going to ask you a question, right?
Okay.
And you're going to tell me, this is the wrong version. Go to my email. Which choice you would rather do, okay?
All right.
And then what it's going to do is, because I already answered those. That's why. We'll have percentages on what the questions are, okay?
All right.
So as an educator, I know you're not a teacher, but you're an educator.
Yeah.
Would you rather moderate detention or have a parent-teacher conference?
Well, parent-teacher conference, because I feel like that I'm actually more involved as opposed to
just sitting there watching kids?
Yeah.
Well, just so you know, 37% said parent-teacher conference. So you're the small end. Most people would just rather sit there and moderate detention.
It's just laziness. Pure laziness.
Probably. All right, would you rather chaperone a school dance or chaperone an overnight school trip?
Oh, the dance, because it's over quicker.
Can you believe 18% said over school night or overnight activity?
I guarantee whoever said that probably has no idea what goes into that.
I can't believe I agree with you. By the way, well, I'd rather do detention. That's just me. But I definitely agree with the chaperone school dance. I don't want to go overnight with these kids. I gotta worry about what they're doing. All right.
A lot of stuff that could happen.
Yeah, and for you, with your high school kids, you really gotta worry about what they're doing.
Yeah.
In the hotel rooms or whatever. All right, would you rather have a masseuse in the teacher's lounge or a gourmet chef in the cafeteria?
Oh, I would say the massage thing, just because I mean, like when you're feeling it, you get that.
I agree with you. Look at those results right there. Can you believe 52% said gourmet chef?
But I'd say it's pretty close to as far as even Stevens, like right there.
It's close to even Steven, but I would have thought more people wanted a massage. We're stressed out educators, you know.
I'm wondering if they're thinking along the lines of it's like a one hit, like one massage, and then or you keep getting the meals.
This is an easy one for me, but would you rather go a day without coffee or eat the school lunch?
I could easily go a day without coffee. I don't drink coffee.
Yeah, I don't drink coffee either. So clearly, for us, it's a day with school lunch, 50-50.
Oh dang! Like even.
But there's a lot of people that drink coffee, you know.
Yeah.
And we're just two of those people that don't do it. All right, would you rather see your students randomly in public or see one of your students' parents randomly in public?
I'd rather see the parents simply because I don't know all the parents and I know the kids. So I wouldn't even know if I saw the parents. So it's kind of like a loophole right there.
So you're saying was it ignorance of blind?
Yeah.
Is what you're thinking?
Yeah, I wouldn't even know.
I think I'd rather see parents. This kind of reminds me of, was it Illinois? The first school a student taught at, or I was doing what they call rotations up there. It was 4th grade, and they were talking about the Italian festival in Collinsville, Illinois. Like every year, you know how we do Oktoberfest?
Yeah.
There's like an Italian fest. There's one of their things. And like so many kids, my first day it had just ended that year. And they kept talking about it. And I remember talking to my cooperating teacher afterwards, and she's like, "Oh, you should come. It's really awesome." And I was like, "Well, if I come, maybe next year I'll show up, but I just want to drink." She's like, "No." She's like, "It's not a big deal. Kids don't care." I showed up the next year, and I did not drink, which I'm so happy because I ran into like 4 students just walking down their main strip.
Yeah.
And the last thing I wanted to be was like, "Hey, Mr. Bing's drinking," you know? So I was like, no. But yeah, I agree with you. I'd rather see parents in public. Can you believe 67% said they'd
rather see their kids?
Students? Man, I guess they like to get that. Some people like that hug, man. Would you rather get a Teacher of the Year award or 5 extra vacation days?
I would say that 5 days, just because, especially if they're like state days, you could take them with you. And the Teacher of the Year is kind of subjective based on where you're at. So if you're like in a big school district, that's kind of carries a little more weight than if you're in like a small one.
I think I'm gonna have to agree with you. Those 5 extra days sound better. I love the Teacher of the Year award. There's nothing wrong with it, but to me, it's okay. It's cool. It's a trophy, pat on the back.
Yeah.
Okay. I'd rather have the 5 days. I went 81%. Again, that's high, but I would have thought it'd be higher.
Yeah.
I guess, I don't. Are you the kind of person that doesn't need recognition?
Yeah.
I don't feel I need recognition.
I don't need it.
All right. Would you rather proctor a 3-hour test, or grade papers for 3 hours? To me, it's a no-brainer.
Proctor, because it's less work.
Yeah. I can walk around and say, "Hey, are you on task? You want to go to the bathroom?" 63 to 37, really? When you thought that would be more 82 to 18 or something?
Yeah.
Kind of crap. I hate grading papers. I gotta imagine that's one of those.
Shows you though that test anxiety exists in the teachers as well.
But that would kind of be one of those. I thought that like grading papers would be something that would be it's a positive for you to grade papers. But I mean, I would have thought people would have hated that. All right, would you rather have a class that's too loud but it still get the work done, or that it's too quiet and nobody participates in discussions, but it still gets the work done? So either way, they get the work done. So either they're not talking in class in discussions, or they're just super loud. What would you rather have?
I don't even know. I read that wrong, so I thought it was like quiet but nothing done. I don't know.
So
probably be depending upon the day.
Let's say for us, so we're doing right now in science, we're starting to teach about we're about to start doing what plant needs are, right? Yeah. So if I have a loud class, I'm teaching about plants, I either have to constantly resettle them, or they're so quiet, no one has any kind of discussion, any kind of input into the plants.
I think the caveat on this one is the fact that that they're still saying they're getting their work done regardless. So it's like this one comes down to do you like loud or quiet? I would say it depends on the day. Maybe quiet.
Based on how they asked it, I would go quiet too, because what I'm thinking of, there's so many times I'm teaching and I have to constantly refocus them.
Yeah. And
I want to be able to teach. I would love to have a discussion, but I don't like constantly stopping and saying, "I need you to focus. I need you to listen." All right, would you rather have students who always chew gum or students who always are on their phones?
Gum, because at least if they're chewing the gum, as long as they're not smacking it, you can at least make sure they're paying attention.
See, for me, it's the opposite. The only reason, what I don't like about gum is the mess you potentially make. Because, again, 7-year-olds compared to high school kids.
Yeah.
Gum can be everywhere. You said gum, so I could gum. Do you know 89% agree with you?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Well, I don't have to worry about kids on my phone or on their phone. That's why, to me, I'm like, yeah, whatever. I can see it as an older thing, though. Would you rather teach at a school with a traditional calendar or teach year-round? So basically, you want
year-round.
You want year-round school or you want summertime?
I want year-round just because, the summertime you kind of get, especially...
We got a prost for that.
Prost.
I want year-round school as well.
You get more breaks. Like, 'cause, I mean, the
Do
summer
you get one breaks or some of the smaller breaks extended?
breaks are
Like,
like
summer
longer
is,
breaks happen more frequently as opposed to like one big break in the summer.
like summer is shorter, but instead of getting is it like Thanksgiving, Christmas all together, or is it?
No, so I mean, you go like you go
Like I
like
know spring break instead of 1 week for us is like about 2 to 3 weeks.
you basically go like a grading period and you get a week or so off, and then like when you get like those bigger holidays like Christmas, you get like 2. So it's like a longer. Dang, everybody wants to kind of stick with what they know.
Can't believe it's 77 to 23%. Honestly, that's one of the few things about the post-COVID that I'm shocked about, because I would have thought school districts would have been pushing for that more.
Yeah.
Because kids lose so much information over the summer.
Yeah.
And that's one of the reasons I want year-round school. They don't retain that much.
Yeah.
And I'd rather have 6 weeks of summer instead of 3 months, whatever, and then get it. All right. Would you rather never have your students ask for extra credit to bump a failing grade, and never have your students ask a controversial question? For me, I'd rather.
Yeah, I see the failing rate.
I was like, what do you? When I think controversial, I'm thinking inappropriate.
Gotcha.
56, 44, really? And that would be the end of that, huh? I'm surprised by some of those. I'm surprised by the percentages of some of the answers. You know, I would have thought stuff that I get. This is how these people are individuals. You know.
Yeah.
Stuff that I thought that would bother me or whatever, or annoy me. People are like, no, they're fine with that. So, anything you want to add?
No, sure. I think we're good.
All right, we got to plug our social media. We're going to do our half and half again, or you want me to say it all?
You can do it all this time, sure.
All right, thank you, sir. All right, so remember to please follow us on Instagram, Choey and Jan. That's ChoeyNJAN. Same thing on Facebook. Or add us at Choey and Jan on Twitter. That's CHOEY, the letter NGAJAN. And then soon we'll be coming out, like I said, we're going to do those digital shorts, man.
Yeah, sure.
Once we figure out what we want to do, it's not going to be that hard to do it. And that'll be on YouTube and TikTok, just so people can hopefully laugh and come watch the show.
All right.
All right, until next time, man. Peace.
Out.
So that wraps up this edition of Hijinks and Gamery. Please join us in the future for more laughs, fun, and obviously games here on Joking with Jam.